Whispers of tension, a radio silence, and a podium surprise, Ferrari's Monaco weekend had it all. As Leclerc shines and Hamilton climbs, could this mark a turning point in their rocky season? Or is it just a brief spark in the storm? Let's unpack the drama unfolding in Maranello. Ferrari boss Fred Vasseur has brushed off any rumors of tension between Lewis Hamilton and his race engineer, Riccardo Adami, following a surprisingly strong weekend in Monaco. After a rough outing in Imola, where both drivers failed to crack Q3, expectations were low heading into Monte Carlo. But Charles Leclerc lit up the streets from the moment he hit the track, narrowly missing out on pole to a flying lap from Lando Norris. On race day, Leclerc delivered his best finish of the season, crossing the line just 3 seconds behind the McLaren for a well-earned P2, and marking his second podium after a third place in Jeddah. It's true that after Imola, the level of expectation was not mega high, because we were struggling since Miami probably, team principal Fred Vasseur explained. In Miami and Imola, we were struggling a lot in the low-speed corners. We were struggling in quali. And the low-speed corners in quali, it's key in Monaco. That means that the level of expectation was not mega high coming to Monte Carlo. But it's true also that after FP1, FP2, FP3, Q1, that the level of expectation was a bit different and we were a bit frustrated Saturday evening with P2. I think today, honestly, we did the job. It was difficult to expect much more starting from P2, except if something happened in front, but we can't ask much more to Charles and to the team today. Ferrari's 2025 campaign has been anything but smooth sailing. From persistent brake gremlins to bouncing woes and frustrating tyre warm-up struggles, particularly during qualifying, the Scuderia has found itself surprisingly outpaced by midfield rivals more than once. Reflecting on the rocky start, team principal Fred Vasseur didn't sugarcoat his assessment, offering a brutally honest take on Ferrari's performance in the opening third of the season. I think we didn't do a mega strong first part of the season. We underperformed compared to expectations. This is mega clear, and we have to be honest with ourselves. Another bright spot for Ferrari in Monaco came courtesy of Lewis Hamilton, who was one of the few drivers in the top 10 to actually make up ground. Starting 7th, Hamilton pulled off a smart overcut to leap ahead of both Hajar and Fernando Alonso during the first round of pit stops. While he couldn't quite reel in Max Verstappen for 4th, P5 was still a solid gain on a track where overtaking is nearly impossible. He lost almost 10 seconds more than the others when he joined the group of cars who were lapped, explained Vasseur. I don't remember who was in this group, but it was a difficult time for him. They were aware of the lead guys coming and a bit less with Lewis, and he was alone. And compared to Verstappen, who was ahead at this stage, we lost something like 10 seconds in this sequence. One moment that raised eyebrows came over team radio when Lewis Hamilton crossed the finish line and asked his engineer, Riccardo Adami, "Are you upset with me or something?" Only to be met with silence. Naturally, the clip sparked speculation of tension behind the scenes. But Fred Vasseur was quick to shut down any talk of a rift, brushing off the exchange as nothing more than a heat-of-the-moment misunderstanding. Because when the driver is asking something between turn 1 and turn 3, we have to wait to the tunnel to reply, to avoid to speak with him during the corners. It's not that we are sleeping, it's not that we are having a beer on the pit wall, it's just because we have a section of the track where we agreed before to speak with him. And honestly, it's not attention that the guy is asking something. He's between the walls. He's under pressure. He's fighting. He's at 300 kilometers per hour between the walls, and I'm perfectly fine with it, he concluded. Local favourite Charles Leclerc delivered a strong drive to claim his second podium of the season, but he couldn't quite chase down Lando Norris, who took a stunning win in the streets of Monte Carlo. For Ferrari, it marked a surprising turnaround at a circuit type that's exposed the SF25's Achilles heel all year, low-speed corners, where aerodynamic drag and rear suspension issues have held them back. While Leclerc's podium and Hamilton's P5 brought in a healthy haul of points, Fred Vasseur made it clear. The result doesn't paper over the cracks of what's been a tough start to the season. My expectation and the summary of the season didn't change with this weekend. I think we didn't do a mega strong first part of the season. I don't know how many races we did. 8 now. It's the first serve, let's say, that we underperformed compared to expectation, and this is mega clear, and we have to be honest with ourselves. Even if we had a good weekend this season, a good race this weekend, it's not changing completely the picture. Now, I feel also that we have a positive trend in the last 2 or 3 races, with the race in Imola, the race pace in Jeddah, the complete weekend in Monaco, and if we can start the second part of the season in this place, it's good. Charles Leclerc is urging Ferrari to stay the course with its 2025 car, despite a rocky start to the season. While the Scuderia came into the year with title ambitions, they've struggled to keep pace with McLaren and Red Bull over the opening rounds. Monaco, however, offered a rare high point. Leclerc crossing the line just behind Lando Norris for a season-best P2. With 2026's sweeping rule changes already on the horizon, some teams are shifting focus early. But Leclerc isn't ready to give up on 2025 just yet, insisting there's still everything to play for in the months ahead. We definitely don't want to give up now. It's still kind of early. I mean, we're getting to mid-season soon, but we cannot afford to give up now. We've seen last year the situation changed a lot since when McLaren brought those upgrades. As Formula One heads to Barcelona, the spotlight shifts to a new FIA crackdown on flexing front wings, with stricter tests set to be enforced this weekend. While it's still uncertain how much this tweak will shake up the running order, Charles Leclerc is cautiously optimistic that it could play into Ferrari's hands. I believe Barcelona will be another very important point of the season with this new regulation on the front wings, and then we'll see whether it benefits us or not, he said. Then we'll have to make the decision, probably Fred will have to make the decision, whether it's the right time to move on and prepare next season. That is going to be super important for everyone to be starting on the right foot. What is wrong with the car? I wish I knew. What's in the pipeline? We've got quite a few things, but I cannot give any timelines. And the timelines keep changing because the team is pushing a lot to bring them as early as possible. There are things, but whether it's going to be enough to close the gap, I hope so. But to be in front and fighting for wins, I'm not sure yet. Ferrari may still be chasing answers, but Monaco proved there's life in the SF25 yet. With upgrades on the horizon and Barcelona looming, the fight isn't over. Can Leclerc and Hamilton spark a mid-season revival? Hit subscribe and stay tuned. This Ferrari story is far from finished.